everyone, and welcome back to the Presidential D&D Campaign, where AI-voiced U.S. presidents play Dungeons & Dragons with me, Ben Shapiro, your AI Dungeon Master. Without further ado, let's get right into the session with a recap, and then we can continue on with our adventure.
Last session, we finally had the Barack backstory one-shot, though it wasn't nearly as good as the day in Trumpville one. We fought against some cultists who opened a portal to the Abyss, which apparently is really bad and can lead to an incursion and a bunch of demons in the Sword Coast. Brahm and Varys ended up getting trapped in the Abyss and were doing a good job until Demogorgon showed up and killed us. Now Barack needs to find a way to seal the portal before he gets through. Otherwise, it's game over.
All right, your turn again, Barack.
Holy hell, this is really bad, guys.
Yeah, close the portal, Barack.
I don't know how. All right, first I'll use my bonus action to hit it with lightning again. That's a 17 for 15 damage. Finally, I'll use my last third-level fireball spell on the ceiling of the cavern, hoping to collapse it and buy me some time to get back to the academy.
Roll for damage.
That's 29 damage.
There is a massive explosion as the cave shakes, Barack. You tear for the exit, using your enhanced speed from Blade Song to make it just as the cave collapses behind you. The whirlwind stops, and you just see a pile of rubble where before there had been a cave.
Damn, that was a close one, guys. I still don't quite know how this connects to the gold pseudo-dragon, though.
That's what you say, we literally just died.
Well, I figure that I know that I am in my meditation, so I know that this happened a long time ago, and I've already processed my grief and disbelief.
That's fair. What do you do now?
I'm guessing back to the academy, yeah, Ben?
Yeah, you hurry as fast as you can back to Neverwinter, hardly stopping from a breakneck sprint. You make it to the campus, running headfirst into Master Incantara, the headmaster of the academy. Watch where you are going. Damn, people are walking here. I have half a mind to kick you out of the school on the spot. He then notices your state of disarray, sweat coating your brow and blood from your wounds. What happened? Where have you come from?
Neverwinter Woods, sir. We were sent to investigate a cult that was kidnapping people, and then they opened a portal to the Abyss.
Oh, really, a portal to the Abyss? Tell me, what did this fictitious portal look like? And then you'll tell me what really happened and where you have come from.
No, really, Headmaster. It was a bubbling pool of crimson, and then a creature emerged that was covered in spikes. It took Brahm and Varys with it back to the Abyss.
He eyes you suspiciously. Roll for persuasion.
Could I do Arcana instead?
Sure, I'll allow that.
Well, that could have been better. That's a 12.
He frowns, a crease furrowed in his brow. If this is some kind of prank, I'm warning you, my patience has already worn thin.
It's not a prank, I swear.
Nodding slowly, he gestures. Come to my office. We can talk more there. He leads you into the administration building and up a spiral staircase to an office. There, on his desk, you recognize something. The exact same goblet as the one that Nugget had transformed into when he was demonstrating his skills.
Damn, I knew I had seen it before then. I just couldn't remember. So Nugget used to belong to Master Incantara at the Academy? How did those halflings get a hold of it?
All right, tell me everything about this portal. Who opened it? Had it been fully developed? Is it spreading now?
I don't know. We arrived just as the cult was performing the final parts of the ceremony or whatever. Then the Crimson Pool appeared after he performed the sacrifice. Then the demon came out, we killed all of the cultists, and then it dragged both Varys and Brahm into the portal. I used all my magic that I could and conjured a storm inside the cave, and then blew up the roof with a fireball.
You see a look of anger grow on his face. You threw a fireball and destroyed the cave? That is bad news indeed.
Why is that bad news? I stopped them for a moment, but I need help to seal the portal.
I think you have helped enough. You are what, a third year? You should have come straight back here and let someone know the moment you found the cult in the middle of such a rite. You got those other two students killed, you know that? You're an idiot and a fool. Leave. You are banished from the academy. Gather your things and get out of my sight. We have quite the mess to clean up because of you.
Why are you banishing me? I've done nothing wrong.
You've broken protocols and rules and gotten other students killed. You should be ashamed of who you are as a wizard.
Wow, that seems harsh. You probably saved the world back there.
Thanks, Joe. All right, well, I'll storm out and gather up my things.
As you gather up your things and leave the academy grounds, you see a man walking towards you with a hood on. Hello there, Barack, wizard of the academy. I apologize for your situation. Rest assured, you did the right thing.
Who are you?
Someone with a job offer that I think you will be interested in. I have here a letter from King Rex. He rules over a small land not too far from here. He is organizing a team of bodyguards to protect an ambassador. Anyways, the letter explains it in further detail. I was sent to give it to a worthy wizard of the academy, and after hearing of your heroics, that was obviously you, despite what these children in ivory towers may believe.
That doesn't really answer my question, though. Who are you?
It is not important. He hands you the letter and begins walking away. If you are interested, the group shall meet in Phandelver in just a few weeks' time. You see a glimmer of gold in a pouch on his backpack, The same chalice as you had seen in the headmaster's office. Nugget.
Damn, this is strange. Did I get a good look at him at all, Ben?
You didn't... No, he had a cloth covering his face and he was wearing a hood.
Well, I don't have anywhere else to go. My family would reject me now that I was banished from the academy. I guess luck would have it that I went to Phandelver then.
All right, that does wrap up our little flashback episode, though. So back in the present, the three of you are in Loog's cave, resting and taking turns watching the stone linked to Marcus's new eye. Barack, you emerge from your meditation in a sweat. You had not visited those memories since they had happened, and they still leave you a bit shook.
All right, I'll relay everything about Nugget to both Joden and Donatello.
So you're saying that a hooded man approached you out of the blue and hired you for this job? A hooded man did the same for me. He even helped me find out Amabo had cheated and was a worthless coward.
That same thing happened to me too. I was walking through a small town and then he came out of nowhere with a job offer. I had nothing better to do, so I decided to go for it.
Strange. Anyway, so I saw Nugget all the way back then. Master must have literally been Master Incantara. I have no idea how or why Nugget would have ended up in that halfling home.
Obviously, there is something strange going on here.
Yeah, and Nugget is at the center of all of it. We should kill him.
I want to ask Nugget if he remembers being taken to the halfling home.
He looks up with a rather proud expression on his face. Well, yes, of course. Traveler was very kind. Took Nugget away from Master. Master was evil. Demons all around.
Damn it. So that was why I was banished then. I thought that was strange when it happened, but I was pretty angry and confused. Master Incantara must have been involved with the demon cult. That was why he was so angry after I told him I had destroyed them.
Wait a minute, I thought that you graduated. Was that all a lie then?
I should have graduated. I stopped a demon incursion for Christ's sakes. I completed all of my schooling and everything, and then the headmaster banished me for nothing. So yeah, technically it was a lie, but I pretty much graduated.
But you didn't. That means you aren't even a real wizard then, right?
I've been doing magic this whole time. Wizards don't have to go to school.
Yeah. Just because you couldn't hack it at the academy doesn't mean you are a failure as a person. Just as a wizard.
For Christ's sake, Donatello, you better shut your mouth, otherwise I'm going to come over there and shut it for you.
Besides, I thought you said that you were the champion of the arena Donatello and the greatest fighter in all of Trumpville. But you lost to Amabo the dwarf, didn't you?
All right, that's it. I'm pulling my sword and killing all three of you.
Okay, guys, calm down. Let's get back to the campaign.
I want to ask Nugget who this traveler guy is.
Traveler was a traveler and a watcher, always up to something he was, and always kind. Made sure I was safe in my new home. Took the other teapot so that Nugget wouldn't be noticed, then told Nugget to hide until Nugget was taken from the home. Nugget was supposed to reveal himself when the mists came. Nugget was too scared by the mists.
God damn it, Ben. That means that someone has been setting this up the whole time.
But why? Why would they make sure that we had a gold pseudo-dragon, and why would they choose us? I mean, obviously we are growing in power now, but at the time we were all pretty low-leveled nobodies.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, something strange is going on here. Somehow somebody recruited us specifically and knew ahead of time that we were going to end up in the domains of dread. The obvious choice is Peter, but he said that when he left Darkon, he ended up just outside of Phandelver where we met him.
Damn, that was so close to a nice job remembering all of that, Joe. I was about to be proud of you until you said that it was Peter. Obviously, they had to have been working with either Rex or whatever dark power sent Thorn to Loudwater, since he knew that we had been hired to help him at that point. Regardless, I don't see a whole lot that we can do about it. We are here now, and I think our best option is still to defeat the champions and help out Thorn. Maybe we could ask either him or the doctor about who that traveler would have been.
Or Loog, he's an oracle, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't been very helpful as of yet, except for telling us where Zephyr's family would be.
That's kind of the only question we have asked him, though. Maybe we just need to ask about it and he could help us more.
Whatever. If I know Ben, Loog is just going to give us some cryptic answer.
Guess you'll just have to wait and see. All right, anything else you guys want to ask or talk about Nugget, or do you want to discuss what you saw in the Sight Stealer?
Let's discuss the Sight Stealer. Are we able to make out where they are located?
During your watches throughout the night, you saw them exit from a crypt in the very same graveyard where you had hidden outside of the church. There was a tunnel in the crypt that led into the basement, which is where you saw the meeting taking place. You did notice that it was a maze, but you should be able to track through it now that you have seen Marcus exit.
Did we see any traps or guards?
There's a pair of guards at the very end, just before the meeting room. You didn't see any traps along the path, at least along the right path.
All right, any other information, or can we go ask Loog if he knows who the traveler is and get over to the shipwreck? Ben, there better be treasure there, or I swear I'm taking over as Dungeon Master.
I guess that's another thing we will have to wait to see. All right, in addition to all of that, you are also able to see Marcus's home, and he also paid a visit to a small prison where you saw a handful of people locked in small cages. very inhumanely. The prison was located just outside of the market district in a small abandoned house.
All right, we should free them first thing then. Well, after we get the soul capturer from Zephyr. One final thing before we leave, we should try sending another message to Silas. Joden, I think you haven't sent one yet, yeah?
All right, yeah, I can send it this time. Let's see here. Silas, it's us again. Hope you're doing well or are back in the marsh of Chelumber. Meet us in Mantira Bay.
You once again can feel someone on the other side, but then the connection closes forcefully, and you can feel that the other stone has been destroyed.
Damn, I bet Silas is in some deep shit if he is here. Otherwise, I think he would try to talk to us.
I guess that's another thing to talk to Loog about. Hopefully he has some answers.
You exit the small tunnel where you stayed the night and find Loog still sitting on his throne, stroking his massive chin as though he is deep in thought. He does look up as you enter, though. Greetings. I hope the accommodation suited you well enough.
Yeah, it was great. Now, Loog, you need to give us some answers. First things first, do you know who recruited us for this quest? Like, it seems that some stranger specifically sought out the three of us and hired us to accompany Thorn. But according to him, he wouldn't have been in the Sword Coast at the time.
That was before I had the sight. I do not possess knowledge of things that I could not have known, but there are machinations in play, with the three of you at the center of them. I do not know what chose you, but something or someone did. And I do believe it was for nefarious purposes. You have avoided fate before, though, and I trust that you could do it again.
All right, well, that's good to know, I suppose. So something is pulling strings, and pretty crazy strings too, since there was only a small chance that we would end up taking the teapot from the halfling home. Loog, would this sight stealer help to restore your sight? We feel kind of bad about that.
He lets out a deep laugh, booming and shaking the cavern walls. Yes, that would restore my physical sight, and if it so be that you choose to give it to me willingly, I would be grateful. But I am more than capable without my sight as well.
Yeah, we give it to you willingly. Finally, do you know what happened to Silas? Did he come with us to Darken? Is he okay?
You see a dark blue light emanating from within Loog's empty eye sockets, which slowly fades. Yes, I had tracked the vampire here to Darken, but where he is now is warded from my sight. That is not a good sign. He may be a champion already.
A champion for Vampire? Could that really happen so fast?
If one gives themselves willingly to a dark power, it can be almost instant. I believe that you will feel of their power soon enough. I am sure that each of you has attracted one of their foul gazes. There is power in serving them, to be sure, but you must be aware that there is a cost as well.
That's the second time you mentioned them. Are you saying that the dark powers are seeking to make us champions as well?
I suppose that is one way of looking at it, though I believe for now they would just be curious. You do possess more power than the average Darken resident, and have performed some mighty feats.
Interesting. Well, I'm turning them down if I have a choice in the matter. No way am I going to serve a dark power.
And if your friends' lives depend on it?
Well,
I'll keep an open mind, but they'd need to tell me the cost before I accept any help from them. I'll give Loog the sight stealer and the stone associated with it, just to make sure that he doesn't think we are just trying to spy on him. All right, reluctantly, should we head to the shipwreck then?
Hell yeah, I'm ready to go treasure hunting for once.
Loog places the sight stealer in his left eye, letting out a groan of pain before he opens his eye, the sight stealer shining brightly. Thank you, adventurers. I do appreciate this gift, though I hope you know that it means nothing in the long run. I am still merely a watcher, and though I hope you are able to heal the land, I will not be of assistance in your quest. You exit the cavern, and you hear the booming words of Loog echoing behind you. Do not forget my orb. I have traveled far for it, and can reward you with more knowledge for its retrieval.
I had honestly kind of forgotten he wanted us to get an orb from Baron Midas. Did he give us the warding stones too?
ha! Guess who forgot it this time? Wasn't me. I know for a fact that he gave us the stones, and I had not forgotten about the orb for a second.
Is that true, Joden?
Yes, absolutely.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Anyways, what's the shipwreck like, Ben?
As you exit and your eyes adjust to the blinding light, you can see the shipwreck more clearly now that it is early morning. The salty spray of the ocean pokes holes in the thick mists of Ravenloft, giving the ship an almost ethereal look. As you approach closer, wading through the water, you see a hole in the hull that would allow you to enter through the bowels of the ship. It is heavily waterlogged, so it would be covered at high tide.
In we go then.
The room you enter into looks to be an old storage room. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you see a bunch of storage crates and old supplies strewn across the floor. The rancid smell of rotting fruit is quite potent. Maneuvering through the boxes, you see a door leading further into the ship.
Anything of value or mostly just the supplies for the crew as they traveled?
Anything of use would have rotted or rusted away by now. It looks like this ship has been here for quite a while.
All right, I'll go through the door then.
Hell no, I'm going first, and I get first pick of any treasure that we find.
All right, whatever, Donatello, you go first then.
As you begin to push open the door, You can hear faint whispering coming from within the ship, and then a gust of air blows salt into your eyes. Wiping the salt away and squinting through watery eyes, you see a translucent figure glowing with a low green light staring down at a skeleton on the floor. The room appears to be a kitchen of sorts. You see a couple of cupboards with the doors having rotted off, and a table is in the middle of the room, held up by a solitary leg that looks like it would give out at any moment.
All right, Haunted Shipwreck it is then. Let's kill him then.
Hold up, Donatello. Does he seem hostile, Ben?
On the contrary, he hardly seems to acknowledge that you are here at all, just staring down at the skeleton on the floor. As you get a closer look, you see a knife, jabbed in the back of the skeleton and having rusted away. It looks like someone had stabbed him in the back. You hear him muttering, "He was my friend. He was part of the crew. Why would he do this?"
Damn, I feel bad for this guy.
Well, let's put him to rest then, yeah?
Yeah, might as well, I guess. How, though? Just kill him? That might upset any other ghosts that are on board. Ben, do I know any spells or rituals that I can use to help him pass to the other side?
I'm going to go with no. Since none of you are clerics or paladins, you aren't familiar with that type of magic, though you do know that it exists for sure.
Let's just leave him alone then. He isn't harming us.
Yeah, that won't come back to bite us in the ass.
I'm a bit torn here, not sure what we should do.
I'm going to stab him with my sword.
As you stab your sword through his back the same way he died in life, his ghost gasps and falls to his knees before fading into the ether.
Damn it, Donatello.
You'll thank me later.
Why'd you have to stab him in the back, though? Damn, he died twice by being stabbed in the back.
Yeah, that seemed cruel. All right, let's move on then. Anything else in this room, Ben?
Nothing in this one, but you do see another door. This one leading to a rotted staircase leading up to the next level.
Probably a lot more ghosts up here.
I wonder if this is what Loog was talking about when he said there are fates worse than death in Ravenloft. Being a ghost on a shipwreck for the rest of eternity sounds pretty bad.
That and the fact that everyone here is a zombie means that just dying might not be the end, especially if necromancers are so popular here. All right, what's up the staircase, Ben?
Well, two things before you enter the next room. First, what's your marching order?
I'm in the lead, obviously.
I'll be behind him then.
Guess I'm taking up the rear.
All right, second, I'll need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Hell yeah, even with my -1 to dexterity, that's still a 16.
You're kidding me. I have a +6 to my saving throws for dexterity, and that's a 9 for me.
Damn, sorry, Joe. That's a 18 for me.
All right, Donatello. As you slowly creep up the stairs, Joden takes a slightly different path, and one of the steps caves in, sending Joden tumbling down with a splash. Joden, you are now in a different room of the ship that is beneath the sea level, and it's a good 20-foot fall from the steps up above. You do take 8 damage from the broken wood in the fall.
Damn. All right, well, I guess I have to save the day again. I do have some rope. Let me pull you up, Joden.
Wait, we should make sure that we have a good spot to pull him up. If the stairs are already unstable and we add Joden to those stairs, good chance we end up falling in too.
Damn, you're right, Barack.
All right, whatever. Ben, is there anything that I could tie the rope to and then pulling him up? But this way we have an anchor.
As you reach the top of the stairs, looking for something to tie the rope to, you hear the clashing of metal, and as you open the door, you see a crowd of ghostly sailors engaged in an eternal fight, slashing each other with spectral swords and then getting back up after they would have died. 3 of the ghosts look over at you and then begin to charge. Back in the submerged room, Joden, you feel a hand grab your leg and begin pulling you down, and you see a sailor, flesh rotting off his face, pulling you down to the floor with a hungry look in his eyes. Looking around, you see probably 15 or so of the drowned zombies, all slowly moving through the water towards you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you all next time.